Today's video, we're going to talk very much about something that I do when I am playing my best golf, and I know this move in particular is going to help lots of you out. Now, I've been out on the golf course a little bit more recently because my wife Anna has got into golf, and if those of you haven't seen it, you can go and check out some of the videos that we've done together over on Marriage Golf. Some of you have seen them and are enjoying them very much, and that's good for me because it gets me out on the golf course a little bit more as well. And just a little side note, equally, if any of you would like to see something particular, so if I was to kind of get that golfing bug back, play a little bit more, maybe even play a little bit more competitive, is there a particular thing that you might like to see on the channel moving forward? You can let me know in that comments box equally below. But for today, we're going to focus very much on the start of the downswing and the feeling that you really need to incorporate in towards your golf swing. So one of the things that I'm always very much sort of aware of is the rotation, particularly in the start of the downswing, because to kind of simplify it, okay, the more you open up your body, okay, coming in towards the downswing, the theoretically less you have to use your hands and arms. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have to use your arms, zero, okay, so we all have to have an element of arm rotation to square the face. But if I was to sort of simulate a downswing where I really turn my chest like so, I can kind of hit the golf ball with the feeling of the club face being way more open, as opposed to if I don't move my chest, I'm going to have to feel like my hands and arms are way more active in the bottom part of the golf swing. And personally, I always feel like I'm playing my very best golf when I hit it with more of a open club face. Okay, I know if I can hit it with an open club face and really turn nicely through the golf ball, I always feel like that club face stays nice and stable in the very bottom part of the swing as I exit into this position here, okay? So that's something that I'm always trying to do. However, the key thing here is how you start in the downswing. You need to turn your chest, okay? So as soon as you start the downswing, what you need to do is you need to turn your chest towards the target, both your lower body and your chest. Now, equally, whilst you're doing this, and as I, again, I'm sort of visually trying to show this to you, can you see the way that as I turn, it moves my left shoulder? And as my left shoulder moves, that's what pulls your hands and arms down. And what's really important is that you don't necessarily want to actively sort of pull your arms down really hard in the start of the downswing. That doesn't mean that your arms aren't coming down, because like I just said, your arms are going to come down massively as a sort of byproduct of this rotational motion. But it's really important that we don't necessarily start the downswing by just pulling the hands and arms down, because then your swing is going to get really narrow, your hands are going to get really close towards your body, and you're going to get massively sort of stuck. So a real simple drill, okay, that you can work on is a split handle exercise. And this is something that we kind of see Rory McIlroy do as well, and lots of other pros. So the idea is if you take hold of the golf club about shoulder width apart, like so, and then if you turn your right hand so it's upward facing, and then the idea is I want you to swing up towards the top, but when you get to the top of the backswing, I want you to use your right hand to keep your left arm up in the air. And then from this position, what I want you to do is I want you to turn your chest progressively towards the target and let your head go with you whilst you're making some practice swings equally. And what you'll notice is the way that even if you pull really hard with your right arm and try and pull your left arm up, it won't help. It won't stop the left arm from coming down if you rotate correctly, like this. And that's why I think that is such an advantageous drill, because it will really kind of give you that feeling of what you're looking for in the start of the downswing. And then once you start to get used to that, so if I sort of do it this way, so if I sort of swing up and then I turn my chest here, and then I just try and hit some shots. Excuse the results, because obviously as I'm sort of trying to highlight this here, look at that move there. See, I'm facing, and then just try and drop the club down on the back of the golf ball from there. And this is a really good position that you want to become aware of. And then as I sort of speed it up, you can see how much I initiate that downswing with my sort of chest. Oh, I hit a real loose one there. And the more I can get that feeling of that chest moving, and then that's better. I can feel like that club face stays way more open. And then eventually you'll start to get that feeling of, in that backswing, you'll feel like you're lifting your arms up into your chest in the backswing as you then lead with that chest rotation coming into the downswing. And then you can get that feeling of that club face staying way, way more open. And what I mean by that is if you have a little look as I start this downswing position here, so up I go, and then as I start the downswing, I lead the chest, but simultaneously my right forearm stays up. And that means I'm hitting it with that feeling of that face being way more open. Not this way, and not this way and this way. It's turn as I keep my forearm up to the sky. And that's how you get that nice feeling of hitting it with more of an open face. It's a key move. Let me know. I'll see you soon.